Hello everyone, welcome to this new channel. I wanted to introduce myself, kind of give you an idea of what you're getting into. My name is Shannon. I have a husband, married to Ross, and we live with our cat. So we don't have any kids, at least not yet. I don't know if we're going to, we'll see. So right now it's just me, my husband, and my cat in our house. This channel is, I consider it like a lifestyle type channel. It's going to be mainly about home maintenance, cleaning, renovating kind of stuff. I'm going to talk about what we've already done in this house because we've been here since we moved in technically April of 2017. And my husband bought the house. We weren't married at the time, but my husband bought the house in December 2016. So that's how long we've been working on it. Let's put it that way. And we had some months there where we weren't moved in yet, and we did do a lot of stuff while we were waiting to move in, and my husband's parents helped with that, and his uncle, and my family, my dad mainly, but also some other people in my family, and then some friends also helped us out with some stuff over time, but especially in those first couple months. We'll get to all that, but so this channel is mainly going to be about like home maintenance type stuff. I do occasionally have like other stuff, like for instance, we just went on a vacation. We just got back. This is Tuesday, May 30th, right after Memorial Day in the United States. But we got back the Friday before, so we've been home for a few days now. And some of the stuff I filmed while we were on vacation, I planned on making videos about those as well. So occasionally have like travel related videos, just kind of random stuff every once in a while, but it's mainly going to be about lifestyle stuff, and there'll be like recipes every once in a while, stuff like that. I don't plan on being like a typical like cleaning channel that you may see on YouTube. One of the reasons, or one of the ways that I'm not, I guess, is our house, which you're going to see, because that's what I'm going to be showing you, is not, you know, a YouTube house or a Pinterest house or an Instagram house, you know. We're not really living in luxury here or anything. It's not well put together. You know, there's things that just don't make any sense because the house is old. It was built in the 50s, 1950s to be exact. And we think it was renovated once, we heard, like in the 1980s. And then we bought it again in 2016 into 2017. So, you know, what wasn't much done since the 80s, and that includes like maintenance type stuff too, not just renovating or updating things. So we're in the process of getting this to be, I mean, it's livable. There's nothing wrong with it, you know, nothing major wrong with it. But we're trying to update it, modernize it a little, make it more practical, you know, update kind of energy efficiency stuff too as well. So we're trying to do all that. And I'm going to go over some of the past stuff we've done on this channel, you know, room by room kind of. And I'm also going to, you know, start documenting what we're doing now. So you'll see a bunch of that. Also, as far as cleaning goes, like I'm not going to be doing like, you know, the typical like clean with me video where you kind of watch me do everything. It's going to be more directed, like this is how I do things and this is why I do them this way. And maybe that'll help you with your own kind of cleaning that you do in your house. Maybe you'll get some ideas, whether that's exactly what I do or it'll kind of spark something for you. That's what I plan. That's what I try to do with my channel, or what I plan on trying to do with my channel. That's the thing. I don't really consider myself an influencer. That's not my thing. Whether it's me trying to influence you or it's me being an influence by someone else. You know, occasionally I'll watch someone else and I'll be like, oh, that's a good idea. That's kind of what I plan on doing here. I don't want to, like, I'm not planning on doing any sponsorships or anything like that. Like, I'm not here to, like, I mean, it'd be nice if this channel gets monetized and I make money from it, but I'm not here to, like, sell myself out to, like, a company that wants to sponsor. But on the other hand, you know, if I have something that I buy on my own that I like a lot, I'm going to tell you about it. And if there's something that I don't like, I'll tell you about it. You know, they're more like honest reviews where I'm not getting paid to tell you something. And I don't plan on ever doing that. I guess I won't ever say never, but I really don't plan on doing it. The only way I would do it is if there's something that I use often, and maybe I reach out to someone. You know, we'll see about that in the future, but I don't even plan on doing that. So it's going to be more, you know, honest, more realistic. And I don't do that with my other channels that I have either. Did I mention that? Did I mention I have other channels? I do. So this channel is not my first channel that I have on YouTube, but it's kind of like the other side of my life. So I do a channel now about, it's called Shrush Design, if you want to, and I will link that. If you want to follow, don't feel like you have to. But if you're coming there if you're coming here from there, welcome, nice to see you. Now you get to see the other side of my life. But that channel is based on a business that I'm starting now. It should be started soon because I have like in-person stuff that I'm doing soon. So, but this is related to that. I also have so this is like the online part of it, but I do have like a local thing that I do as well that I'm starting. So, but it's about doing hand-lettered, because I do calligraphy and hand lettered murals and signage and things like that is what I'm interested in doing. There's kind of offshoots from that. And I do have other channels that I'm planning to be like offshot, I guess, from that as well, that I haven't quite started yet. So I'm going to have a lot of channels eventually. They'll all be linked if you want to follow. You don't, like I said, whatever you feel like following, go ahead. I'm not going to be pushing, you know, my business stuff on this channel very much. I'm just going to kind of show you this is what I have. If you want to take a look at it, you can take a look. But other than that, no pressure whatsoever. Is there anything else I wanted to say before I start the tour? If I think of anything along the way, I guess I will tell you then. So let's start the tour. All right, so this is the entryway front door area. Plan on painting the door at some point, both sides of it. I'm going to take you outside so you can see that as well at some point, but right now this is just the inside. This is a picture that my sister got us for Christmas a couple years ago, right before our other cat Otto died. So this is Chaz. This is the cat that we have now, and this is his sister, litter mate Otto. Had them since I was in college in Madison. So that's where they came from. But anyway, my sister got this for a gift for us, and I'm getting into this, but we joke around that our house is, because we live right off of a golf course, we call it the Bushwood Country Club from Caddyshack. So that's what this is. I made this sign. I told you I do hand lettering. So I just made this for our house just to kind of tell everyone what's up when they come into the house. And then this is also what's up. So we call Chaz the King of Bushwood. So he's King Chaz. But if you follow my other channels, my business channels, he's my assistant. So it gets kind of confusing. He's either King Chaz or he's Assistant Chaz. But either way you look at it, King Chaz is who he thinks he is, you know. So then Otto, when she was around, we called her the Duchess of Pork because she was a little overweight. My husband actually came up with the name. But anyway, she's not around anymore. She died in January 2022, and Chaz has been alone since then. So do I want to explain this in this video or another one? Chaz has been having a rough couple of months. The last couple of months, he's older. He ran away, actually, which is the short version of the story, for 9 days. Actually, we realized he was gone April 1st, April Fool's Day, and then he came home April, what was it? Was it the 9th or the 10th? Whatever Easter Sunday was. He came home like Jesus. He rose from the dead. Well, he didn't actually come home. He went up to someone else's home, and we had to go get him. But we found him, finally. But he was gone for, it was like 8.5 days, technically. So anyway, that's a long story. Maybe we'll talk about it sometime. I actually do have a video kind of related to it on my other channel, which I can link, that will kind of explain what's going on. but I'll maybe bring that up at some point in another video. But that was the short version. So yes. And then we went on vacation, and we also took him to the vet recently, and he found out he had hyperthyroidism, so we have to give him medication every day. In fact, I think I have to give him his pill today. Anyway, but that was that. He's sleeping right now. So anyway, that's our entryway. Again, people know what's up. And we don't have a whole lot of decor on the wall. This is probably the most you'll see. I'm working on that. But anyway, we do have an entryway table here that is not exactly, you know, where we want it, but I can show you. We do have extra power cords and chargers and stuff in this drawer, and then we have extra batteries in this drawer and stuff like that. But we're getting there. It's not exactly. And then we have a water dish for Chazzy right there too. Chazzy, King Chaz, Assistant Chaz, whatever you want to call him. That's what we call him, all those things. So anyway, that is the entryway. That's off the living room of our house. So I'm going to show you that next. All right, so this was the area I just showed you, you know, the entryway. That room you see off the hallway there, there's a hallway over there. That is our master bedroom. Technically, I mean, it's not really a master bedroom. We don't have a master bathroom. It's just we don't even really have, you know, much of a master closet. We have standard closets in there, but you'll see when we get in there. But that is, yeah, our bedroom right there. And then, so this is like the living room area. There is Chaz on the couch right there. He is sleeping. But yeah, this is, so again, I didn't like pretty this up. This is kind of real life. I got a bunch of stuff all over the place. Not that much, but anyway, this is our living room area. We just recently bought that chair and this couch last year, just from Sam's Club, actually. We were looking for a new, you know, relatively inexpensive kind of something that would work with the space, which it kind of works. It doesn't exactly work, but it's kind of a weird space we're dealing with anyway. So, but we needed a new couch. Actually, if I just turn you real quick, we haven't gotten to this room yet, but this is where I was sitting with the intro. This couch was one of the ones my husband brought into the marriage, and we were using that for our normal couch where, you know, this new one is now. We were using that for a while, and then we had another couch that my husband brought into the marriage that we eventually got rid of because it was falling apart, and our other cat, Otto, the one who died, was using it. It was mainly her couch, but we were using that originally in this area. We were using that couch, and then we had moved that one over to where this one is now, and we were using this one here. But then we bought this couch, and then we got rid of Otto's couch because it was falling apart, and now we moved this one over to this area, which is kind of our extension of our living room. It's technically like a dining room. That's the way it was set up, but I haven't gotten to this room yet. We'll talk about it later. But let's keep going this way. So as far as furniture goes, we just bought that, the table and the entryway table over there, and then we did have end tables that match it. We do still have them. They're in our spare bedroom right now. You'll see that when we get there, but those all match, and I like them. The coffee table here doesn't really fit with our current couch. We're going to probably do something different, but we'll probably keep the table and bring it downstairs when we get that in the basement, when we get that all set up, which we'll get there, but we'll talk about that more when we get to the basement. But yeah, that'll probably go down there at some point. We did also get like a new TV stand and a new TV. Well, actually, we didn't get a new TV here. We got a new TV for the bedroom. This is the TV we've had for a while in here, but we got a new TV stand, and we're thinking about either getting rid of or getting a new sound system because we've been having problems with it. But anyway, that's what we got there, and we got these lamps that kind of match the TV stand. And so I guess I can talk about this. This chair here was actually over here before we went on vacation, and this, which I haven't gotten to, which is like a cat house that we bought for the cats. Chaz still uses it occasionally. That was over here where the chair was. And then I had a plant, which we'll see when we get to the 3-season room. That was here where this was. So I moved all that around before I went on vacation. And the reason I did that, other than I wanted to move the plant in the 3-season room when we get there anyway, so that kind of was the catalyst for all that. But also this area here where that chair was, this chair, originally, I want to make into like a beverage bar area technically. But that's going to be a soon-ish project that's going to get done. I just don't have the time or the money to spend on it right now, but I want to get like a beverage area there. So that is that. And then this wreath here, which is technically not part of this room, I guess, but I'll talk about it. This I made last fall. My mom wanted to do a wreath making class like a local park was putting on. And so me and my sister went with her and made some wreaths. So I've had that up since then. Again, this is one of the few decor pieces we have up on the wall. I'm working on that. We had some more up around Christmas that I can kind of show you if you want, that I made signs for with my other channel, but those were temporary. So I'm working on getting some other stuff up on the walls because it's been very plain. As far as the paint goes, I just did this within the last year and a half. So we have kind of a two-tone thing going on, the green and the beige. And I have to kind of touch up some of this a little more as well. I've made some mistakes. I gotta kind of fix them. But did that, kind of recently. It was all white in here, and now we finally got some color. But anyway, that is that. I'm going back towards the entryway part because I want to show you. So from here, we have this kind of, again, extension of the living room behind, like the main living room area here. So it's kind of weird. And right now, I mean, there's a bunch of crap on the table, but if that table is cleared off, we have kind of a pub table that used to be the kitchen table my husband had in his apartment. But we just have that there for some extra seating and if we want to use the table for anything. And then back there we have a bookcase that we kind of made into a bar area for now. Eventually we're planning on putting a bar in the basement. So, and actually, the house actually came with a bar in the basement, but we had to take it apart and I'll talk about that when we get down there in the basement, but also when I talk about the basement renovation. Chaz, are you waking up? You're stretching? Yeah, I think he's just stretching. He's probably gonna go back to sleep. Chazzy? Hi, Chazzy. Yes, that's Chazzy. King Chaz, Assistant Chaz. Anyway, so this is kind of temporary. Some of this, when I get this bar set up over here, is gonna go over there. I mean, there's way more there than we use anyway, so I might just box up kind of the other stuff or put it down in the basement for now because that's where it's eventually going to go anyway. This is going to be more of a, everyday type of thing. And we recently bought a soda stream machine. So that's also one of the reasons why I want to get that set up in here because it's in the kitchen right now and it's kind of in the way and it makes more sense to put it in here to me. So that's kind of one of the reasons why I wanted to get this bar area going over here. So at some point that'll get done, and I'll probably have a video about that. But anyway, and in the bottom of that cabinet, that bookcase, we have some board games in there. So what I want to do eventually in this area is either if I can find the right one or make it kind of out of modular kind of stuff that's already existing or create one ourselves. I want to make like a banquet or breakfast nook area, type of thing where you have like the benches along the wall there and then like a table and maybe like a bench also on the outside. So there's more seating again, and it's bigger table than that. And whether it's for eating or playing games or whatever, and also for parties, have more seating so people can sit down. So that is eventually what I plan on doing in this area. That may get done this year. I'm not sure. maybe a next year thing, but that's what I do plan on putting there. This lamp is the old one that we had here, where we only had one lamp. Now we have two, and I needed more lighting over here, so I just brought that over there for now. I actually want to put two matching lamps here. I don't know if I'm going to get them matching this one or if I'm going to do different ones, but once I get that banquet area set up, I want to do two more lights here. But right now we have that one, which is fine. But that is pretty much the living room. We did buy these end tables from Amazon that we can kind of use over the couch. It's mainly for me, because when I'm either editing videos or whatever and sitting on the couch, I can do that. They don't work exactly with this couch, but they're good enough. And they're better than the end tables that we had. They're thinner, so they're easier to kind of walk past. With this couch is kind of larger than our other ones were. So then we have cat scratchers all over the place, because Chaz still likes to scratch the couch as well, but we try to keep him not scratching the couch. But you know, that's what those are. So that is that area. And then I will reiterate this room. This is technically the dining room, like I said, and we don't use it as a dining room because we have plenty of dining space in the kitchen, and it just didn't make any sense. And it's basically an extension of the living room. And if we do end up having any kids, this is always the plan, to have this as a playroom type of area, so we could still see them, but it would be kind of separate from the living room. So if we have kids, that's what it's going to end up being. Otherwise, it's going to be, like, again, an extension of the living room. Maybe we'll put a desk over here with like a family computer or whatever. I do have an office that I have all my stuff in, but also, and my husband, when he works from home, he works downstairs. But we would have like a kind of family office area here, maybe, if also when the kids grow up, if we're still here. So, and then that couch, and then like that ramp there is, we mainly got for Otto, because she was more overweight and she had a little more trouble getting upstairs or up to things. But Chaz still uses this to scratch. He doesn't really go on this couch very much, but he will scratch it. So we have that. And then like in the corner, we just have this, I had this lamp for a while. It's one of those generic, everyone has these, don't they? Lamps. But that's actually Otto's ashes right there, and her paw print. Then I have some toys here for Chaz, and then like there's a spray bottle there, which really shouldn't be there, but a hand vacuum is also there. So that's what is in that corner, if you're wondering. All right, so that is like the main living area. Now I'm gonna go down the hallway. So this is it's an L-shaped hallway. So that's one leg of it, and then like the other leg is over here. So I kind of went over this already. Let me just show you. This is the hallway. So then I kind of went over this already. This is our master bedroom. Put the light on. I do plan on painting in here, the walls. I do have another green color for in here. I might do that this year, I'm not sure. So this is my husband's closet over here. It's just a standard closet. I'm not going to open it because it's similar to mine. Mine's already open because, for one, the cat condo is here. Cat tree or whatever you want to call it. But also, like, I got very sick of the doors anyway. My husband keeps his clothes though, so. But I do have to, I did design this closet myself. You'll see a lot in this house if you recognize, this is actually done with Alpha from the Container Store. And there are similar systems, but Alpha has a little more flexibility and a little more things you can add to it. And I started using Alpha, and I will continue using Alpha. But we'll talk about that probably in another video. But anyway, I am planning on kind of redoing this at some point. And I'm also planning on painting in the closet, so, and I'm going to redo my cousin. Did I say my cousin? Oh my gosh. My husband, he's not my cousin. He's not. I do plan on doing my husband's closet as well, redoing that. So when I do both of those, and then I'll paint inside as well. you know, I'll have a video about my closet the way it is now and what I plan on doing to fix it. But it's fine the way it is. It's just, you know, my needs have changed, and, you know, I feel like I can plan it a little better. So it's going to be kind of easy to redo it. Although I might have to buy new framework as well, but we'll see. But anyway, that is that. I'm going to have, like I said, I'm going to have a video about that separately at some point. We recently bought this TV for the bedroom. It's been nice because, you know, I'll be able to come in here and watch something while my husband's playing video games in the living room, or watching something that I don't want to watch, but we usually watch the same stuff. At least I watch his stuff. He doesn't usually watch my stuff, but you know. But then we bought this little IKEA, you know, calyx shelf and the little inserts and to hold the TV up. So that was relatively new, like within the last year. And I'm probably going to eventually paint that shelf when I paint the walls, because they only had white available and I wanted either like a beige or some other color, but they only had white. So I'm going to be painting that eventually when I paint the walls, but right now everything's white. And then, like I said, we have the cat tree, and the bedroom set my husband had, you know, before we got married, before we were dating. And it's fine for now. We're probably going to update it at some point, or, you know, work with what we have, but kind of maybe change the stain a little bit or whatever. The lamps, I got new ones last year. And the ones we had broke because, well, the one on my side broke because Chaz would rub his face on it all the time. And he ended up, you know, making it so the shade kind of broke because he is doing that so often. So it was time to get new lamps, and I did. But then, okay, so the windows, first of all, the blinds have been here since we moved in. And we're like, we're going to do something else. So that's something we're going to be doing soon-ish. I'm getting new window treatments. We're actually, one way or another, we're getting windows, and we're going to start in the bedroom, because if you notice the plastic on these windows, that's because these leak air. And especially during the winter, it was like, it's freezing in here. Why is it freezing? So we are going to be replacing these windows at the very least. We want to replace, you know, all the windows in the house. But anyway, we had someone come in, give us a quote, and it was too much. So then my husband talked to his dad, and he might be doing it. So, you know, we'll see. One way or another, like I said, we're going to start in here and get these done. And this one. These mostly, though. But anyway, when we do that, I'm going to have to take the blinds down anyway. So we're gonna get new drapes and stuff. And like I said, I'm going to be painting the walls too. So this is probably going to happen. This room, I assume, is going to happen this year. Like all that kind of stuff. Maybe not the closets, but like the getting new drapes, getting new windows, and painting the walls is probably going to happen this year at some point. So that is a this year project. Other than that, not much else to say, I don't think, about this room. So I will move on. Hello. So again, this is the hallway. We do have a smoke detector / carbon monoxide alarm in here. I might as well turn on the light, hey? These lights we may update at some point. You know, they were kind of here when we moved in and we just kept them. There's one here and there's one here. But, you know, that's not a immediate thing we have to do. We just want to. And then the next room is, you know, a smallest bedroom that I turned into an office. So this is kind of messy. It was worse. It's actually better than it was. But I'm trying to get this all organized and ready when I start my business. So I have, you know, we can go over this at some other point, but, you know, I have all my supplies and stuff in here. And this is all Alpha, all these shelves. Did I mention I love Alpha? I'm an Alpha fan. And again, not sponsored. But anyway, this is all Alpha here. I do have Alpha in the closet as well. I took down some of the shelves on the back to use in other spots. So I'm going to be putting shelves up again in the back. I just haven't done it yet. And there's a lot of, because I work with a lot of like wood for signs and chalkboards and stuff, that's all in here. And acrylic, yeah, that's all in here. I do have to organize this area better again, but that's what's in here. And then, you know, my desk area, another desk, and then more shelving, and then shelving over here. And then I have, this is, you know, the Alex drawers from IKEA, and then just a surface on top that I got from Container Store. Also Alpha, I guess. I think the surface is Alpha. But anyway, yeah, that's that. Again, this isn't put together well. And on the windows, I just have to block the sun and also the neighbor. I have literally like a foam board that you would use for like a school project. I have those up on my window right now. I actually do have drapes that I bought that have my logo on them that I'm going to be putting up eventually. But, and I have to get, like, those are like the outer drapes. I have to get like inner like sheer drapes that I'm going to put on too as well. But anyway, right now I have those. You can see how finished that is. And that's been since we moved in pretty much. So we will get that done this year as well. At least the windows in here. I mean, like the window treatments in here. Hopefully the windows as well. But the window treatments for sure. I'm going to get that done this year. So that is my office, more or less. So then moving back again down the hallway. So this is our second bedroom. Or third best bedroom, I guess. It's the second largest bedroom. But this is, you see we have no window treatments in here at all. But, you know, that'll eventually get done. And like I said, if we end up having kids, this will be the kids' room or kid room. But right now it's kind of a makeshift guest bedroom, even though no one's really stayed in here. And I will be painting these walls eventually. Again, depends on if we end up having kids the next couple of years or if it turns into whatever it's going to turn into, like a guest bedroom slash maybe another office area or studio when we make videos or whatever. But anyway, that's it. Like, we got a bunch of stuff that we've been collecting, whether that was our old stuff or just random, for some reason, like kids stuff that we have. So we have all that in here right now, and that's also in the closet. I'm not going to open the closet right now because there's all kinds of stuff in front of it, but I have a bunch of kids stuff in there again if we end up having kids. This is, we just made this Lego. Sometimes my husband and I put together Legos. I bought this for Christmas for him. We have another one, oh, right here, that his mother bought him that we're going to be doing soon also. So we're going to be doing that. We do have some Legos around the house. In fact, there was one in the, we can talk about, that was in the living room. This is a cat fountain that I can't find the power cord for. I was going to leave it when we were on vacation, but I don't know where the power cord is right now. But anyway, so we put together this Optimus Prime kind of recently. Unfortunately, did not get video footage of that, otherwise I'd put it on this channel. But when we put this one together, I might do that. So if you're interested in that. But anyway, this is kind of storage slash guest bedroom slash, this pillow right here I use when I'm painting and working on stuff. That's why it's all dirty. It's got paint on it and stuff. I use that just to kneel on when I'm kind of a knee pad. Because I don't have knee pads, so I use the pillow. But anyway, that is this room. You know, not much to say here. We do have work to do, whether or not we have kids in this room. So, but you know, it's kind of an afterthought at this point, even more than our master bedroom is. Like, it's just kind of like, we'll work on that eventually. But anyway, so this was our like linen closet when we moved in, and I kind of was like, we don't need a linen closet. So I made it into like a cleaning supply closet slash house supply closet. You know, there's toilet paper up there, there's paper towels. But I also have like all of our cleaning stuff in here. We have a cart that I use when I'm cleaning. We'll talk about that in another video. And in fact, this isn't even really organized the way it should be right now. So I will get that done and start talking about exactly what I use all this for in another video. But that is basically what's in here, cleaning stuff. And I did have like the vacuum in this because I have nowhere else to put it. I have it in this room other than like the basement. Vacuum, and then I have a spin mop as well back there that I use occasionally. but that's in there. So that was this. Again, we really didn't need a linen closet, so I took all those shelves out that were originally in there and turned it into a cleaning closet. And then this next room is our bathroom, which it was even more pink than it looks now. Like you see the pink around the border. We had a pink toilet, we had a pink sink, and we also had a pink tub in here. And the toilet was replaced, the sink was replaced too. The tub, my husband's father and uncle, I think, painted it, and it's starting to, you can kind of see, it's starting to come up, so you can see the pink coming through. Again, this bathroom really needs to be redone. We're just kind of living with it the way it is now. I'm gonna have more to say about it when I do like a dedicated video about it, but yeah, it was very pink. We took away some of the pink, but very retro, you know, very pink, very, you know, they had the pink toilets and the avocado toilets and stuff like that. But we have like the pink and the mint kind of tile in here. But anyway, that is basically that. So I did repaint in here. It was painted when we moved in, but I think it either wasn't finished or it was just done not the greatest. I should probably turn on the light. There we go, it's better. So I had to repaint in here because we had some paint peeling up here. So I did use like a better quality paint and like with a little bit of a sheen in it. I think I used semi-gloss or satin or something in here. So it's easier to clean and like it wipes it, you know, wicks away the moisture more. And I did put in some mildew and mold like additive into the paint. So hopefully that has helped out with that kind of stuff in here. But yeah, I did repaint sometime like maybe 2 years ago. But anyway, there's a couple areas where I feel like I need to kind of like over here, like right, you can see it, can't you? Like that, I need to kind of fix that. But I do have more white paint. I can do that area again. That I kind of messed up on, but I also did like the shower area as well. And this right here, occasionally I have to repaint because it gets, like it's not adhering very well right there for some reason. Apparently I didn't prime it well enough, even though my paint had primer in it. But I had a little trouble with that where I had to repaint. So anyway, that's the closet now, or the bathroom. The closet in the bathroom, very tiny. And that this isn't very organized either. This space I don't even use anymore. Like we used to have a hamper here that we put in here that was fit, but we don't use it anymore because we have this chute to the basement. I'll show you where it comes out when we get down there. But that is that. But anyway, the reason why is because right here is a chimney that used to go up to the roof, and we're eventually getting rid of that altogether. My husband and his dad and uncle took it from the attic out, and then they patched up the roof because we don't need it. It's not needed anymore. But I'll talk more about it when we get down to the basement. But yeah, there's a chimney that comes through here, so that's why we have such a small closet here. So once we get the chimney out and we start renovating, well, we have to put a bathroom in the basement first before we renovate this bathroom. So that's, you know, on the list. It's been on the list. I don't know when we're starting that, but eventually we're putting a basement bathroom in, and then we're going to renovate this bathroom. And then we'll be able to have more storage over here because this chimney won't be here. And then we will kind of do another chute down to the basement as well. So that, you know, is the general plan. Like we are planning on, we're probably going to keep the layout the same to not make it too complicated, but we are going to be renovating, as in like taking basically everything out. Like I said, this tub we're just going to replace it because we've tried painting it and it doesn't stay, and it's a pain. So we're going to be doing that, getting, you know, a whole new tub, and we're going to be doing all new tile or whatever we plan on doing as far as like, you know, whether it's tile or whether it's like a all-in-one kind of thing for the shower. But either way, we're going to be getting rid of this tile and Probably not putting tile all over the bathroom like it is here, but we'll see when we get there. I don't even know. I mean, we haven't really even thought of it that much because I know it's not going to happen anytime soon, so I don't want to think about it. But it's kind of a pain to take care of all of this tile all over the bathroom, and especially since it's old. So, but yeah, that's that. This rug does get cleaned bi-weekly. So if you're worried about germs or whatever. But actually for a while we didn't have a rug in here because our cat, the one that died, Otto, can't have carpet anywhere because she will pee on it. So we weren't able to have a rug in here. We had like a tiny little bamboo rug that we'd stand on when we got out of the shower. But now we're able to get more of a rug, which is nice. And again, it gets washed regularly. And that's another water dish for our cat. But one more thing I'll say about this, we'll talk more about it when I do the renovation video about this, but there was a big fluorescent light here with like a big encasement that we took out and put in this new light fixture instead. So, and then we have a fan and light heat lamp there, which doesn't really do much. The fan is fine, but the heat lamp doesn't really give off that much heat, so it's not really like, what's the point? But sometimes it's nice to have a little more light when I'm in there. That is the bathroom. So, and then here's our thermostat. That is, you know, this half of the house. We took care of all that. I should probably turn off that light in there. So I'll go do that real quick. But yes, I have to get rid of a lot of this came from vacation. I haven't quite finished putting it all away, so I'm going to, I promise. But anyway, yeah, that's that half of the house, like I said. And then we'll move into the kitchen here. So this is the kitchen. I do have this up because I was filming a video earlier for my other channel, so that's why that's up. But that's not normally there. Also, this chair isn't normally here. Let me spin that around. All right. So kitchen, again, it's kind of messy. I haven't really cleaned it completely since we got home. And I'm gonna talk about like how the cabinets are organized and stuff in a different video. In fact, I actually filmed that already before I filmed this video. Weird, huh? And it's been pretty much the same since, so I'm gonna keep, you know, that video and release it eventually. But basically, I can tell you that as far as the cabinets go, because we started completely clean in this kitchen. We took everything out and moved a lot of stuff around. This wall here is sort of like the cooking area with the stove and the microwave. It's got like the pots and pans there and all the like baking dishes and stuff, and the baking sheets are all in this cabinet. That's what's basically on that wall. Like I categorized it by zone kind of. So then this wall is either sink related or like this is like cups, and now my beverage for the soda stream is in there as well. And this is like cleaning stuff here, is sink related. And then in here is, used to be more sink related, but now I got cat food here. The sink is the strainer there, the colander. And then the rest of this is kind of like prep stuff, which is the next zone. So this zone, including that cabinet and part of that cabinet, and then all of these, this is garbage actually in here. And then garbage bags I keep in the back there. But the rest of this is all prep stuff. So this is where I prep the food, and this is where I cook the food over here, more or less. So that's that. And we have another window here, and then we have two more over there. And yes, that's a bathroom. We'll get to that. But this is like the dining area here with the table, and then that like buffet / sideboard type of thing is where I keep all the dishes, like plates and bowls and stuff. So it's easy to set the table, assuming we're eating at the table. And, you know, once they're clean, put them back over here so it's easier to set again. So that was the plan all along, was to have like the dishes over there so I wouldn't have to have them in any of these cabinets. So pretty proud of that myself. But again, that doesn't work for everyone. It's my husband's new hat he bought when we were on vacation. He's all full puff. And then this is stuff that I have for my sister and my parents and her fiance, because they helped with Chaz while we were gone. And we went to Buc-ee's for the first time, so we got some Buc-ee's stuff. So they're gonna get some Buc-ee's stuff. But anyway, they're coming over either later this week or next week, so I'm gonna give it to them then. And that's that. So I was filming a video here. That's why my laptop's here. This is here. And we have a bread box here, KitchenAid mixer. I got some more cat food and some dirty dishes that I have to wash. But that is about it for that. And then this is one of our pantries. Again, I do have a video filmed about the pantry as well. But this is like a little pantry closet that we have. This is actually, when we moved in, this is like a full door here with like this weird half closet here. And it just didn't make any sense. And I'm like, why don't we just kind of turn it into a smaller thing with like smaller doors? I talk about that more in that video as well. And I'll talk about it more when I do a dedicated, kitchen renovation video. Then I also have this, I call it my exposed pantry surrounding the fridge. So we have that. I do have a cart there that I use to, if I want to bake, baking or cooking something, like if I need stuff from this pantry, I'll grab the cart and grab whatever I need and bring it over to the prep area and then put it all back and then bring it back over here. That's what that's for. So, and then I have a step stool there because we do have cabinets that go all the way to the top for one thing, but we also have other areas that are hard for me to reach because I am not, 6 feet tall. I am 5'6". So in order to, and there's a lot of, I use it a lot in the kitchen. That's why it's in the kitchen. I probably will have eventually other ones that I don't have to grab the kitchen one for. But right now that's my kitchen step stool that's used in other areas as well. But anyway, that is basically the kitchen. And I talk more about that in other videos. Like I said, that box over there is because I just bought this Soda Stream recently. This is our first refill for our CO2 that I gotta send back, and I'm gonna do that tomorrow probably. These shelves here I just put up right before our Christmas party that I had more signage on. Eventually I'm gonna have again more art or signage up in the kitchen. Right now it's just blank, but I have those. I do have some more that I'm gonna probably put on this wall as well. But anyway, that's that. And I may do another layer as well, another shelf. But yeah, so we do have a half bathroom right off the kitchen. Not very happy about that, especially during parties. When I've had parties here, I tell people, unless it's an emergency, can you not use this bathroom, especially for number 2, because we don't want that near the food. If people are eating here, or the first couple of years we had food actually here, the food for the party. So yeah, I don't want, contaminants coming from the bathroom to the kitchen. So like I said, we have this for now. It's our half bath. Once we do put in a bathroom in the basement that has a shower and stuff, it's probably gonna be a 3/4 bathroom down there. And then we renovate the one up here that I just showed you. We're gonna get rid of this and turn it into a mudroom area. Because we come in, this is the garage door, and we come in this way. So this is where our coats and stuff are gonna go eventually. Right now it's a bathroom, and that's probably years down the road that gets fixed. But anyway, like I said, I try to, again, if it's an emergency, fine, but try not to use this bathroom when we have a lot of people here. So, we haven't really had that much of a problem with it, but it's kind of gross. But it's our second bathroom for now. It's the only, we have 1.5 bathrooms, and this is our half. So this is, we'll keep it for now, but eventually want to get rid of it. I guess I can kind of go in there and show you a little more, but not much to it. Toilet, sink, vanity, mirror. And there was a weird light fixture in here that we took down and just put up this one instead. But that's it. It's got the same kind of window, the block window that we had in the other bathroom. But, you know, and then we have extra toilet paper here hanging off the toilet. And then a hand towel, and, you know, it's very small, and eventually gonna get rid of it, hopefully. But like I said, this is the garage door here, and I have kind of a, if you want to call it a command center or whatever. Like I have our calendar and our gift cards and coupons that we have. And then, you know, not much to communicate between me and my husband that we can't do verbally, but you know, if we had more of a family, it might be more of a, again, communication command center, whatever you want to call it. And I did originally have it here, and I moved it over here, and I actually repainted in here. It was a red before, but this is more of a kind of burnt orange type of red that we put in here. Yeah, long story, but I did repaint this for a couple of reasons. And when I did that, I moved this over, and I also redid this area a little bit because this is the first thing I put up, and I kind of messed it up a little. So I wanted to redo it, and I did that, and then I painted and everything. So, you know, that was one of the reasons. But long story, I'll talk about that more when I talk about the kitchen renovation. But that's that. Let's go to this room first. So this is the 3-season room. And if you notice the windows, I painted on those because I'm doing that for my other channel. It was supposed to be done months ago, but a lot of things have prevented me to finish this. And I was trying to finish it before we went on vacation so I could get the video out, but that didn't happen. So I still have to do that. Hopefully I'm working on that later this week. So, but you can see the video eventually on my other channel if you're interested in how I did this. But yeah, this is the kind of stuff I do. I have painted on these windows also for the holidays I did. And I do also do the front window from the living room, which I didn't really show you. But I didn't do that for the spring. Just this is for the spring right now. And that is the golf course right there. Someone driving by. But yes, we did do a lot in this room as well. The windows are all the same. We did replace the 2 doors. So there's this door and then there's this door. If you remember me talking about Chazzy running away, this door was accidentally left open one day. And he got in through the cat door here and got out. And that was my fault. I left it open. It's also his fault because he didn't come back in because the door was still open when we woke up in the morning. But, you know, he's a cat. Just kind of surprising that he didn't come back in. I think he was spooked by something because he is very clingy, which makes no sense for him to run away. But he does like being outside. Normally we supervise him, but he was out there unsupervised and ran away for 9 days. But anyway, that is where he got out, was that door right there. And until we have our mudroom done, we have our coats and stuff here. And I cleared it off whenever we have like guests coming in. I clear off all our coats and have them put their coats here. And it's easier to have people come in this door than it is the front door. So that's usually what I do when we have a party. Then I have a recycling bin there. And then that's just extra stuff for the soda stream that we haven't used yet. And we don't need these anymore, hopefully, because it's the end of May, into June, so into June, not end of June. But that's our, boots for when we have to shovel outside. And yes, this is a Christmas-related mat that I have here, but that's what we have. So, and I bought it right before the party we had last year for Christmas. So, but again, we couldn't have rugs because my other cat. So now we do. And I have to get. I do plan on getting more rugs in this house. In the living area and our bedroom and stuff eventually. Maybe even in here, like more of an outdoor kind of thing. And then the rest of this mess here is because of my mural that I'm doing. And it's been here for months because I've been working on this for months. But eventually this is not going to be here. And I do, there's stuff related to gardening there, which I kind of started seeds, but then I stopped watering. So that's not working out very well. But so one of the other projects we have going on soonish is getting this garden area over there done. You can kind of see some of the garden beds that I put out. I have to finish putting them together. In fact, or here, this one I opened. It started, but I haven't put it together yet. And this one's still not open. I have to get those done soon and get them out and get I do have temporary little pots. In fact, you can kind of see them behind the grill there. I did use those last year, so I'm gonna start everything in those soon, like maybe tomorrow, before I even get them in the beds. Hopefully I can get them started there, because we're not quite ready for that area to be done. We have to do some leveling of the dirt and everything and get all the beds ready, so it's gonna take a while anyway, so I'm sure they'll be fine in those small plots that I have right now. So that's where I'm gonna start everything soon. Probably have a video about that. We do have like a patio furniture area. Sorry, the drink fridge over there that I haven't talked about is making some noise right now. But anyway, we do have patio furniture there that I did bring in for the winter. I brought it in here, which worked out quite nice. It worked out very nice. It fits very nicely in here, and it looks nice too. So we're considering maybe getting another patio furniture set and having that one be in here. This one be in here because it looks so nice. And then getting a different one for out there. But we're working on that. We got this, so we did do this patio 2020, fall of 2020. And we're very happy with it. My dad helped with that and some other people that he knew. So we're very happy with that. And then getting the garden area done this year. And then hopefully this part of the back, like the yard, will be done. The rest of it we have to work on. But that's that. And then if you look through the mural here, we did take down one of our trees here because it was encroaching on the other ones and it never should have been planted there, and that was by the original owners. So we did take that down. Probably gonna remove the stump at some point because there's no point in having it, but right now it's still there. And my husband is having problems lately with the mowers, but he was able to get this mowed the other day after we got home from vacation, so at least it looks, you know, kind of nice. But anyway, we're still working on our yard. It's one of our kind of afterthought kind of things too. So we do have a shed over there. I'm not going to go over that in this video, like the inside and stuff, but I can show you some pictures. Eventually, you know, if we stay here for years and years and years, which we are planning on doing, but maybe not. But anyway, we are maybe thinking of making something bigger that maybe you can put another car in there, like a one-car garage rather than a shed, where we can fit a little more. We can fit a little more stuff in. Right now, it's kind of cramped with our lawnmower in there. Actually, our lawnmower is not in there because we've been having problems with our lawnmower, but usually a lawnmower is in there. And we have like shelving up the sides and stuff, but there isn't a whole lot of space in there. So we do want to eventually do something bigger there. And we'll see how that goes. That's like one of the last things we're ever gonna do. So that's like years and years and years down the road, unless we really start cracking on everything else. But anyway, that is the backyard basically. The drink fridge we did get like fall 2020, because it was like they were selling them off because of the pandemic, because they like this company had like a meal plan, like pre-made meals that they would sell in gyms. And because gyms were closing down, you know, the guy was selling off his fridges because he couldn't use them anymore. So we were lucky and were able to snag one up because we were kind of looking for one. So we have a beverage fridge. Now the writing on here I did on my channel, my other channel again. Some of it I feel like I have to kind of redo because it's a little crooked, but it's all, you know, servant refreshments authorized for castle use by King Chaz of Bushwood. And I have by royal decree on top. So, but that is, you know, kind of our nerdy drink fridge. And, you know, it's nice having an extra fridge, because we used to have the old one that came with our house, but it was kind of, you know, not the greatest. And we had that in our garage, and we ended up just getting rid of it, selling it, well, giving it away to someone I knew. So we also gave away our old dryer to that person. But anyway, and this is our snack pantry, which we have some stuff from, we had bought some individual chip bags for our trip just in the car. So we have some of those left. And then I have like crackers and like Girl Scout cookies and stuff like that. There was one point where this was like more stocked, and it kind of looked like a convenience store, my future brother-in-law said. But anyway, little clips where you can clip those little bags of chips on. But anyway, that litter box, the box of litter is empty, and I need to break that down, but those boxes are awful to break down. It takes forever, so I'm putting it off. That's why it's sitting there. But anyway, that is the 3-season room. We do have a sliding door to go back into the rest of the house that does lock. That's why when that was unlocked and open, you know, I had locked that already, but I didn't lock this. And I thought I did, so that's how it kind of happened, long story short. But anyway, you know, that was locked where, you know, people could just walk in the house. And then we have a cat door in here as well. And then, so we're back in the kitchen. Now I have the garage and the basement to show you. So I'll show you the garage first. My husband's gone right now, he's at work, so at least I'll be able to kind of get in there. There's only one car. But anyway, this year I did, or not this year, last year, before I started putting the shelving up, which I have started, but I have to finish, I did paint everything in here because it was needed a paint job, and we wanted to put a little bit of color because it was all white. But anyway, we have our snowblower here, because again, this is Wisconsin. I'm gonna be putting shelving up above here, and then I have like a thin kind of shelving unit to go here. So I want to get that done soon so I can start bringing the stuff that we're going to put on the shelves there up here from the basement. And then we have a toolbox. We're going to label this better, but we did go and organize all the tools that we had and put them, you know, more organized in this toolbox. And right, we have temporary labels, but I do want to do something a little more visually appealing for that. And we have to reorganize because that top is all messed up. But, you know, then we do have a chest freezer. And I'm gonna have shelving above that as well, shelving above this toolbox. We're gonna make the most of this space. This area right next to the attic ladder and the attic door, I'm just gonna have a dry erase board up so we can kind of put notes on there on what do we wanna do in the house and stuff like that. Keep that kind of organized. And then there's gonna be shelving here and shelving there that I started, and then I have like kind of loose stuff here, like the camping chairs and the shovels. And maybe like I have my outdoor broom and stuff. I got the swapped system. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. I'll link it. But anyway, that has its own kind of hanging thing that I want to put up there. There isn't a whole lot I can do over here because there isn't a lot of room. When I park here, I can't open the door if I put anything up here. So I was trying to make use of that space in front of my car rather than like here. So there isn't a whole lot I can do here. It has to be kind of flat. But anyway, we do have windows here. I did like a spray frost on it. We are eventually wanting to replace these windows as well, and then we'll get just frosted glass so I don't have to spray it, because when I was spraying it, it was kind of more windy than I thought, and I kind of got a little weird. But whatever, it's just a garage, who cares? But anyway, eventually we're gonna be replacing the windows. So this is our garage. And like I said, this is one of the things I'm gonna be doing soon, is getting the rest of the shelving up. So that is something you'll see soon on this channel. And I did paint, like I said, but it looks way better than it did last year. And also, we had to repair this area. My dad helped us with this. We had to re-drywall because one of the previous owners apparently drove into the wall, and they also drove into the door at some point, so it's a little bent over here. So we're gonna either be fixing this or getting a new door. I kind of hope it's a new door, because, yeah. But anyway, that's that. But that's, you know, on the plan to do, and we did kind of frame out the door over here, even though we kind of need to kind of fix that a little bit, but we just wanted it to look a little nicer. So we got you know, the white off the beige. So we're gonna be doing that soon. Like I said, I did get a mat also, because this is where we come in. It's our home sweet home. And then back into the kitchen. And then, let me lock that up. This is the basement door. So we do have we just cut this door so that the cats, when we had both, could go down in the basement, because that's where we kept all our litter, but we do have a litter box now in the 3-season room too. If you saw that, I'm not sure. But anyway, this basement, we got a lot to do here. The stairs, we either are going to redo these all together, or we're going to try to get all this. So the first 4 you see are different than the rest of them. There was carpeting on here. We got the carpet off, but getting the rest of it off is like a pain. So that's why we're thinking of maybe just redoing these stairs all together to kind of make them a little nicer. And if you look at the other side, you know, they're not done the greatest way. I mean, they're fine, but they're not, you know, there's lots of stuff we need to fix. And I'm probably going to, maybe this year, strip this down, like the stain that's on here, and fix it. Maybe even get some more fixtures here make it look a little nicer. Like I said, I do want to paint this area. I actually messed this up here. This goes into the pantry, the pantry closet kind of thing in the kitchen. And when I was putting the shelving up, I drilled too far. That was me. So I have to find a way to somehow fill those in. It's gonna be fun. But anyway, I gotta do that eventually, and then I wanna paint, and then, like I said, I'm gonna restain this. Like, it's fine, I just need to kind of refinish it. And then we do have this weird kind of stair lighting. This one's not even working right now. And we might do something different there. I don't know. I mean, I wish we had that plan to do, but, and then we have, so they had like paneling here. So I want to kind of redo this drywall here. I don't know. Got so much to do. But this is kind of a mess down here. I'm going to be working on this area at some point pretty soon. But this was technically finished when we moved in. There was like a desk area over here. And then there was a bar over here that I said we had to take down. And we are going to eventually put like another bar somewhere here. Probably in this area. Right now we got our storage shelves here and our totes. That's probably eventually going to move over to this area. And this whole area was kind of walled off, that we took down the wall. And this was like the utility area where he had like a bunch of tool benches, and like there was like 5 like areas where he could work on stuff. This guy was a real DIYer, let me tell you. But and then we did have, I don't know where to start. Okay, so like this was like the utility area basically, and it was walled off from the rest of it. And this was like the rec area, recreation, like with the bar and stuff. But we did take everything down because it wasn't like everything else. It wasn't built right, and we found mold and we found mice down here. So we had to kind of take everything out. So we did that. You know, we're gonna eventually be making our own areas down here, like a rec area and like a utility area. Like we're gonna keep it kind of the same, where this is the utility part and this is the recreation part. So eventually we're gonna get, you know, this finished again and painted. Like I did start painting it over here, this area, purple, and I just need to finish painting up to a certain point. I don't know where yet, but I'm gonna be doing that. That might happen this year as well, getting that finished. This is gonna get painted, and this is where I'm kind of like, are we gonna redo this drywall or what? And I, you know, figure out what we're doing with this electrical as well. But anyway, this is basically household storage stuff, so it's kind of different from that storage over there. This is like long-term seasonal stuff over here, and this is more like household, like kind of used throughout the year stuff. And this, there's more that goes with this that's over there now, but I moved it because I was working on this area and painting and stuff. And then we're trying to figure out what we're doing with electrical. So I might be changing it up a little, but basically this was like kind of extra cleaning supplies and stuff you need in the household, like duct tape and painting tape and stuff like that. You know, miscellaneous kind of stuff that you use in the house is basically what was supposed to be here. Now this is kind of messy. I need to go through all this stuff. And this is the area my husband has been working in when he works from home. I used to use this when I worked from home, but now I work from home in a different way. But, so this kind of stuff here is like extra toilet paper, paper towels, you know, Ziplocs. You know, there's a bathroom tote here. There's a electrical tote that has like extra outlets and stuff like that, and light bulbs and that kind of stuff. And then there's one for garbage bags, and then there's like an office one. This is the bathroom one. And then I have, this one has like greeting cards and stuff that I use when I, you know, need to make a gift for someone. And then there's extra kind of kitchen stuff here. These aren't quite done the way I want them to be, but that's kind of what's here right now. Then we have extra bags here. And some of this is like takeout containers that I use when people bring food home. I'll like rarely ever take food from me, but you know, I try, like when we have parties and stuff. And then, like I said, I need to finish the painting here. It's going to go probably at least as far as the yellow has gone, but maybe even further with the purple. We'll see how much paint I have, because actually the paint I bought doesn't exist anymore. So, but I wasn't planning on this being like the entire basement anyway, just the like utility area. And then I have like a gray kind of paint here that goes in this area, which is our basement pantry, which is our long-term storage of food. Like I said, everything is airtight or canned, so we're not worried about bugs or mold or anything down here. But anyway, that is that. And then eventually going to have some wine down here, but I've drank through what we have. But I haven't gotten much more since then, because it's just not, you know, priority right now. But this I made as a mural on my other channel, and I will link that if you want to see. But that is my, I worked on this last year where I painted the gray, and then I did the mural, and then I painted the purple over here. And I do need to do you can see some yellows here that I have to touch up. But again, I need to continue that purple as well. So that'll be something I do, I think, this year. But anyway, this is our long-term storage. And then I do have some extra stuff like paint and whatever on this shelf. And I do want to get another shelf that I can put next to here for like halfway. So those were from IKEA as well. But yeah, I need to reorganize this more. This I do kind of have to do, but not as much as this. But this I just kind of did recently, so I need to kind of still organize all this. Some of that is related to my business stuff, but also home painting and stuff like that. So that is what's there. And then that was the other side of the steps, which, like I said, he cut a bunch of chunks out of here that didn't need to, and you know, stuff we want to kind of fix, but you know, whatever. And then he did paint half of this white because like he had like a ceiling here, and I don't know what we're doing. Like we're probably going to paint it eventually to be, you know, the same color at least, or if we can strip off this paint just to have the regular metal. But yeah, lots of work. And then, so this is the utility sink area. I do need to organize this more, but it's like extra cleaning stuff and that. And then we do have our washer and dryer. When we moved in, so this is a new washer and dryer from what we had when we moved in, but the washer was here. The dryer was actually over here, like closer to this electrical box. And we moved it over here, and it was an electric dryer. Now it's a gas dryer. So we had to do that all when we did that. So that was a project that my dad helped with. But we need to do some stuff on the outside too, because we have land and stone on the outside, and we had to, you know, drill a new hole for the vent here, but then we had to fill in the old one from there. So that was something my dad could help with. So we did that. And again, we have a water heater, water softener over here. This is where that chute comes from the bathroom. And this is that chimney that we're going to take down eventually. So I have a hamper here to catch all the clothes. And I do have all my laundry stuff here. And then I do have like a laundry sorter here. We'll go over that when I do more of a laundry related video, and it's not really clean right now. So, but I do have like a dryer here as well that you can dry clothes on. And we're eventually going to be glass blocking these windows, all the ones in the basement. So that's going to happen at some point. But yeah, that's that. And then, you know, we just have storage here basically. So this was that thing that was supposed to go with, and I do have, it was over there, but I moved it over here while I was painting. But I don't want to move it back there until I'm done because I don't want to have to move it again because it's a pain. But this is more like cleaning laundry stuff. These are my laundry baskets. They're kind of way out of the way now, but that's fine. I mean, that's where I store them. Yeah, anyway, so got to go through all this. And then we're going to be painting all this. Like the walls are just nasty and need to be cleaned much better and painted. And then, you know, we did have some water issues over here that eventually we fixed. And I did repaint the bottom because you can't really see right now, but I repainted the bottom because it was all gross and nasty. And then, you know, just lots of stuff to do down here. And we have a lot of stuff I have to go through. At one point it did look a little better, but I kind of, you know, and some of this goes in the garage. So once I get that done, I can get that up to the garage and then fix all this stuff. And then this is kind of all of our old furniture kind of stuff. This chair came with the house, and then these two used to be upstairs, and then that was upstairs too, that one. But we have it down here for seating in case, you know, eventually we're going to have like a, whether it's a projector or another TV we're going to have down here where you can kind of hang out and do that kind of stuff down here. So then we have some exercise machines that, you know, barely get used. But we're going to probably try to do like an exercise area down here as well. So hopefully that can happen sometime soon. But anyway, like a lot of stuff I have to go through. And I'll talk more about like the renovation kind of stuff in a different video. But this is all kind of, some of this is getting rid of. Some of this is extra kitchen stuff, which used to be in that basement pantry. And some of it's going back in there eventually. And then, you know, lots of stuff. I don't know what else to say. But anyway, so we do have a lot of work to do in this room. But that is pretty much it. We do have another litter box here, which needs to be cleaned. I'm not going to show you because it's gross. But that's a litter box. And then, again, we're going to do something with the stairs, hopefully at some point, but not a big priority. And then, you know, eventually we're going to have this as usable space other than storage like we have now. But that is pretty much it. Let's go back upstairs. I didn't really show you the outside, and I can do that real quick. I know this is a long video already, but I'll show you real quick kind of what's going on outside. I go through the garage, open the door. Anyway, the front area here, got a lot to do. We're going to be taking this out eventually and doing something where we take concrete and put it this way instead towards the house, because this is all on the roots of the tree. So it's starting to come up, and we have a lot of concrete work we're trying to do. In fact, these two too are messed up, and we want them to be more flush with the garage floor and these. So we're going to be doing at least this, and then this up to the door. I don't know when we're doing that. Maybe this year, probably not. And we're probably going to do some of this as well. Anyway, I mean, eventually we're probably going to do the rest of the driveway, but it's fine for now. And then that's that shed I was talking about. And then, as far as the rest of the house, like obviously we're gonna do some landscaping once we get that concrete done. Right now it's not, there's nothing done really. There's more to say about the outdoor, but we'll talk about that some other time. This is some more rocks that we're going to be putting in the garden area that we've had since we did the patio. Our garbage and recycling bins. This is just junk I'm going to get rid of eventually. But here's another view of that mural that I made that's not quite done yet, but almost done. Again, I'll have that linked when it's done so you can see it. But yeah, we did do the patio like I said recently, and my husband was grilling yesterday, so otherwise that cover would be on. He didn't put it back on. We have a fire pit. We don't really have an area to enjoy a fire pit right now, but working on it. We have an umbrella, and like I said, the patio furniture. That hose needs to go back where it goes, but we haven't done that yet. But like I said, we're working on this garden area, so that will be done soon. That'll be another video. And I mean, there's more to say about the outside, but we'll get to that eventually. But that's just kind of a view for now. Hey again, everyone. I was editing the video here and I realized I didn't like the outro that I originally filmed that day, so I'm going to just film a new one real quick. Here in my office. These are still here. They've been here for years. They're gonna take a while to go away, but eventually we're gonna get that fixed and you're gonna see it first on this channel. That was my home tour as it is now. We're gonna be improving things this year and years to come. And we have improved things already. You're gonna see that on the channel. So coming up next, I have already a few videos already that I filmed for this channel prior to this, couple months prior actually, about my kitchen cabinets and my pantry and like how I organize them and things like that. So that will be coming out probably next, because I already have those filmed. And then I'm working on the footage I took from the vacation, so I'm gonna do stuff with that. There's gonna be a few videos there. And then I will also start to film the cleaning routines video so we can get that started, and then I will start doing things with that as well. So those are all coming up soon on the channel. So if you're interested in any of that, make sure you subscribe. I'm not going to beg for subscriptions all the time. This is probably one of the only times you'll hear it. So you know how YouTube works, don't you? Anyway, yeah, I think that's it for today. So I will see you in the next video.